Howdy, y'all. It is Monday the 12th. I hope you all had a wonderful weekend. Let's get to it. So this week we have Miss K out Wednesday and Thursday. That's Wednesday the 14th and 15th. Miss Ashley will be covering Rising B for her both of those days. So breaks, of course, when someone's out, breaks may be a little early or maybe a little late, so as well as lunches. So just make note of that. Okay, the following week, I'm just going to throw this out there. The following week, we have Miss Jordan out. Miss Jordan will be out Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday. And the following week after that, September 26th, Miss Annika will be out Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. And we will work those days out together. We no longer have Miss Anurit. Miss Anurit is back in school. But we do have some new people, some new faces. We have a new bus driver, that's Miss Holly. We also have Miss LaPortia, who will be helping close Huggables. And as you know, we're all very flexible. So if we do need to help cover when teachers are off, we know that we always lend a hand when we can. Okay, so those are the people that are off this month. We have birthdays. I have a birthday on the 23rd. Miss Jordan has a birthday on the 22nd, and Miss Sarah has a birthday on the 30th. So we're going to do a potluck. And the date is to be determined. It's either going to be on the 23rd or the 30th. So I will get back to you on that date. But we will have a potluck. All right. I wanted to address the issue of breaks in the front area here. I addressed it before, but since then we've had new teachers join us. So I will tell you, it looks extremely unprofessional when there's a lot of people hanging out in the front. And I know if you're clocking in at 9, there's like a bajillion of us clocking in at 9. And then if someone's taking a break in the front, and then their cup of, coffee's standing on the counter, it looks really bad. And we can't have that. So I'm going to retract that you cannot, I know this is opposite of what I'm saying, cannot have your break there if there's no parents coming in. But as soon as you see parents coming in, I want you to use discernment, and I want you to excuse yourself from the front area. If it's 9 o'clock and there's going to be an influx of teachers coming in, don't take your break there. Use discernment, your best judgment, because I would not like to have to ask you to remove yourself and go break somewhere else. We don't have rocks here anymore in the morning, so the rock room is completely open. Feel free to take your break there. And of course, the official break room is in the kitchen. But use discernment, please, because I really don't want to have to say it, but I will if you don't use your own best judgment when to walk away from the front area. And as going along with that, I do not like seeing your drinks hanging out on the top of that counter there. Again, it just looks extremely unprofessional and messy. So don't put them there. Don't leave them there. All right, so that's that. We are still having an issue with people going in the back storage room and taking the contents out of boxes and then leaving an empty box. That's just lazy. It's going to go along with just clean up after yourself. I'm still seeing crumbs and messes in the break room. I have to say it is quite irritating for me to have to mention this because we're all grown people. This is not your home. This is not my home. When I go into your classrooms, if I do something with your children, I do my utmost to clean up after myself and to leave a place better than how I found it. That is how I was raised, and that is just the best practice in a place where you have to share a space. And it's also that you are the example for the children in your classrooms. So please do the same to your co-teachers in their spaces. Please do the same to the kitchen, because that is a shared space. Please do the same to the back room as well as my office. This office is going to be a no, don't come in zone unless you have an issue, because I'm finding food in here. I'm finding crumbs in here. People are dropping their pins in here. It is so, it's embarrassing for me to have to say this, but it's just, it's unprofessional. It's disgusting. I don't like it. Please clean up after yourself. Okay, thank you. We're going to move on. The mosquito situation, we are addressing it finally, and I apologize it's taken so long, but we're working on fixing. Apparently we have a leak, and we've had a leak. We did not know about it, so we're getting that addressed, and apparently that is where the mosquitoes are breeding, and it is close to our facility here. It is on our facility, so we're taking care of that as we speak. Okay, DRDPs, teachers. All teachers are responsible for completing DRDPs. That is not just a lead teacher responsibility. It is a responsibility of all teachers. Even if you're part-time, you are still in the classroom. You're still observing the children. You should be observing the children, and you all still need to make note of that. So this is for all teachers to be aware that you are all responsible for helping to get them done. So we will have a specific video on DRDPs and how that looks coming out, but just keep that in mind. Wood chips outside. So wood chips, please make sure when you're out there that you are spreading them out underneath the slides where the children hit the bottom of the slide. Their feet are digging holes, and you're starting to see some cement. Please make sure you are getting the rake. The rake is in that storage area that is you have access to. You don't need a key. The rake is there, and even the broom. Sweep some there, because if the kids come down and they're goofy and they're head first and you didn't catch them before they went down and they hit that impact, on the dirt or even on the cement, that is actually a safety violation, and we could get cited for that. So make sure you're spreading the wood chips. I also made mention to all the teachers, I believe it was last week, to, as you're doing the final sweep of children outside, making sure they're not hiding underneath any structures, please go to the water fountains and just wipe out the wood chips that are in there. That is also going to be a citation. So make sure that is clear, and that's part of your just outside everyday thing. So the wood chips. Okay, and this is an inside request. Please have your sinks, if you have a sink in your classroom, clear. And this is with the exception of the dino room. So make sure the counters are clear, and make sure the sink is clear, because those are also your water sources. You have water fountains there, and they need to be clear and clean. So make sure you're spraying that, disinfecting it daily, multiple times daily, really, because it should be a high traffic area, kids drinking from the water fountain all day long. And make sure that you don't have, lots of paint, any kind of artwork drawing, another space for that area. Find another space. If you need help finding another space, I'm here. I will help you find another space. But the sink should not be where you keep it. The sinks, the counter should be clear and clean, as well as the sink itself. All right. That'll do it. That'll do her. All right. Let's have a really great week, ladies.